Congresswoman Yvette Clarke's office, and just wanted to briefly mention to you a couple of things. One, the Republicans in Congress are threatening a government shutdown, and we understand why, because October 1st is a very important day for us. On October 1st, we will be signing up and taking new applications for people under the new health care reform law, aka Obamacare. So that mandate requires a lot of financing, and that financing most of the time will come from the federal government. So what they're saying is, we will give you the funding that you want for Obamacare, but in order for us to do that, we have to cut food stamps by billions of dollars.
4.3 billion. 4.3 billion is up.
Now, I said to the Congresswoman the other day, Congresswoman, they thought people were crazy with Occupy Wall Street. They start talking about cutting $40 billion to food stamps, telling people they don't deserve to eat in or feed their children. That's a whole nother can of worms that are about to get opened up, but we'll save that conversation for another time. I wanted to say that on October 1st, you will definitely need to start filling out applications in order to get health care coverage if you don't already have it. As we know, Obama said, if you have health care and you like it, you can keep it. If you don't, then you can buy insurance in what is called healthcare exchanges across the country. Every state has their own. New York State has ours. The one caveat that I want to mention to everyone is, if you do not sign up, there is a penalty for that. This year, the penalty will be $95.
It goes up.
It will increase to over $600 by the year, I want to say 2016. So the IRS will come knocking on your door with a nice little letter saying, you owe us money. And when people decide to say, well, I didn't know, and why do I owe this money? The reason why is because when you were obligated to get health care insurance, you didn't. You have between October 1st and March of 2014 in order to sign up. There are different navigators that have been put in place to help you with the application process. And there are many different elected officials' offices who will be having these navigators come to their office in order to start that process. So for many of the different committees that are meeting, I definitely put it out there for the Office of Congresswoman Clarke to be a partner with you in order to help bring some of those navigators to many of your meetings. If you want to have maybe a youth fair, because young adults are like the #1 of uninsured throughout the country. So if you wanted to do something like that to partner, I'm sure that's something that we can work on. Seniors is another issue, but I just wanted to make that public service announcement. Congresswoman Clarke will be hosting a healthcare forum. We're looking at October 15th or 16th. I will have more information about that as soon as we can finalize the date, and we're going to be holding it at Medgar Evers College. So I thank you very much, and if there are any questions, please give them to me on the side. Thanks.
We've heard of shelters before. Shelters is coming again. The only thing this time is a lot different than what you would imagine. The one that is behind the shelter that's coming now to East New York, or attempting to come to East New York, her name is Maria Cuomo. Are you familiar with Cuomo's name?
Help One.
The governor of the state of New York's sister is behind that one. Help USA.
There you go.
So we've been fighting with the mayor for a long time. Now it seems like we're going to have to fight with the governor. This is uniquely unfair. We're fighting with them in the courts already. We're fighting them now because, in other words, this is a task not only for East New York, but we combine East New York with Brownsville, I'm telling you right now, because between the two agencies, there are 27 shelters combined. And basically, if you let them do it, they'll keep on merging and jumping, because that's a dumping ground, let's be honest. And the only reason they're dumping on you and I are what reason? And some of us are ashamed to say it, because we're black and Hispanic. I'm not beating around the bush, and I have no intention of doing it. If you want to put some shelters somewhere, then put some on Madison and Park and Fifth Avenue in Manhattan. If you really want to get to the nuts and bolts. Try to put one next to Saxford Avenue or Bloomingdale's. Now, how come they can always find a school only a year to find space that they say they would like to put a shelter? Now, this is uniquely unfair, and we're sick and tired of being the dumping ground. So I'm saying something to you. It caught me by surprise because Bed-Stuy has more shelters than Brownsville and East New York.
Combined.
Caught me by surprise, yes. But now, if we unite and tackle the governor or the mayor or the new mayor coming in, I don't know, but Mayor Bloomer had 90 days, a little less than that, hopefully, to vacate the position. But in other words, rather than allow them to keep dumping on us and walking by and say there's some space in one of those communities over there, let's tackle them together. If we stand together, united, then we can push them back. I don't care whether it's the governor, the mayor, all combined, we can push it back. But some of the things calls for fighting, and fighting has to be taken to them. I don't know whether you're familiar with it or not. They promised about 3 years ago they're going to close 105 senior centers. Are you aware of that? Yes. You know when the people met them on the steps of City Hall? They went to City Hall, 300 strong. And you know how many senior centers closed? 0. And I think we have to do the same thing now. Go to the battleground. Go to Cuomo's Manhattan office. Go to Bloomberg's office. Well, in other words, he doesn't stay at Gracie Mansion, so we have to find where he stays at. But we have to, wherever he is, wherever the governor is, we have to take the fight to them. And I'm saying to you now, so when we put your name out, and I already did, so blame me for being big mouth, because I put the name of Brownsville, East New York, and Bed-Stuy together. Let's come together, and we'll meet here one time, meet in Bed-Stuy one time, and meet in East New York one time. And since the senator just walked in, I'm going to throw his name in there too. I thank you for your time. Senator Sampson.
Thank you.